Our friends at Soundcore have been cooking again. No, not the illegal kind. I mean, they've been cooking their latest product yet, the Motion X600. This Bluetooth speaker is fully wireless and it has a number of nifty tricks aside from its super fancy name. And in this detailed review, we're going to go through everything you need to know about this speaker to see if it's the right one for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting with the unpackaging experience, this thing comes in a really nice box. Anyway, once you remove all that protective packaging, there's a paperback cover, it just slides right off, and then inside you have another box which opens in a pretty creative way. Once you open up the box, first and foremost, of course, the crown jewel, the X600 itself, remove all that protective packaging, and here it is. What a piece of work. Anyway, past that, you have some more stuff. So you have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, love the modern standards, and of course some basic documentation and quick start material. The Motion X600 is a wireless speaker. As such, it's designed to look like one. They've gone with a more linear approach so as opposed to a rounded one, and personally, I don't mind it. Now, it does have a nice metallic exterior, so starting with that front side, you have a metal mesh grill over here. It looks really nice and premium. On the top side is where you'll find all the buttons. This includes the power button, the Bluetooth button, the spatial audio and bass up button. On the other side, you also, of course, have the media playback buttons, and they're all physical touch buttons, which I personally love. Now, the back side also has some additional intake vents, and this is for the actual amplifier, so you get that nice bass. And then you'll notice at the bottom you have a rubber door lid, and then once you open it up, you'll actually notice you have the USB-C as well as the auxiliary port. I'm so happy that they gave an aux port. Thank you so much, Soundcore. You also have this really nice metallic exterior handle at the top, which makes it really easy to carry the X600 around. The only thing I would say is I wish it was kind of tiltable so you could actually recess it towards the device, but other than that, it's really nice. Now, the bottom side has a bunch of rubber grippers, as you'll notice, though it is a plastic surface finish at the bottom. And overall, again, this is a very nice looking speaker. In terms of setup and connectivity, one of my favorite things about Soundcore, unlike some of its competitors, is that you can just plug and play the device, meaning that you can just go into your phone's Bluetooth settings. Once the device is on, you can just connect it and that's it. You can start listening to your favorite songs right away. Now, with that said, of course, there is a Soundcore app available, and I strongly encourage you to at least check it out, as it allows you to see basic stuff like the battery status as well as what's playing, but it allows for more advanced settings like adjusting the EQ. They have preset EQs where you can adjust it depending on what you're listening to, or you can go full out and set a custom EQ for yourself as well. The app is also useful because you can see the version of the device, have over-the-air updates, adjust microphone settings, and a number of other useful settings can be adjusted directly from the app itself. Again, it's super useful, but ultimately optional. There's a lot going on in terms of the audio performance department here. So you essentially have a total output of 50 watts, which is divided between 5 drivers, 5 amplifiers, and a DSP. Additionally, it has a total coverage of 40 kilohertz in terms of the range, so you get a lot of the mid, lows, and highs that often other speakers miss out on. Now, one of my personal favorite things about this speaker, and also its signature feature, is that it has built-in spatial audio. That is really cool. Essentially, you get 360-degree sounds, and this is really useful if you're using this in the center of a room or in an area where you might not have a lot of other surfaces to bounce off. With that said though, the ability to turn off spatial audio is super useful, because let's say if you have the speaker in the corner of a room where you just need focused directional audio, you have the ability to adjust that. If you're an Android user, it's your lucky day, because you also have LDAC Bluetooth technology on board, meaning you can stream up to 3 times more transmission data than a normal Bluetooth connection, allowing for true high-res music. Unfortunately, if you're on an iPhone, you don't quite have that feature. Now, it's also worth noting that DxOMark gave this speaker a score of 132, making it the highest rated speaker in terms of audio quality under $200. Now, while I can't really take your ears from you so you can hear this speaker firsthand, what I can do is I can give you a mini audio test or sound test, if you will. So it's best to put on some headphones for this part. Let's get into it. Soundcore claims you can get up to 12 hours of battery life on a single charge. This is fairly accurate, though if you have the bass up and spatial audio modes enabled, this can drop to around 10.5 hours approximately. It's also worth noting you do have IPX7 water resistant rating, so while this is advertised as an indoor speaker primarily, it's totally fine to take it at the pool or at the beach and get a little bit of splash on it or rainwater as well. And then finally, you can also pair a second Motion X600 speaker in TWS mode in case you want that truly dramatic stereo sounding experience. With a retail price of $200, this speaker is right at the doorstep of premium level pricing, but you are getting a lot in return. So you have a very nice build over here. That metallic material combined with the elegant looks just make it a very nice speaker. You have a lot of amplifiers and a lot of drivers combined with that DSP. You get some top-notch audio, everything from the low, mid, all the way to the top ranges just sound really nice on this thing. 50 watts of power is more than enough to power any mid to small size room and even power some large ones. And plus having the ability to connect this with a second Motion X600 truly make this an absolute beast of a machine. With that said though, my favorite thing by far here is that spatial audio feature. It might look or sound gimmicky when you hear about it. When you see it in action though, it really is something to behold. Overall, I think the Motion X600 is a great indoor speaker that can be really helpful if you move around the house a lot, or let's say you go to other people and you like doing parties. It's got all those versatilities that you want in a speaker like this. And of course, having the latest Bluetooth standard means you always get the best possible audio quality. Let me know what you think of the Motion X600, if you will be getting one, or all your other thoughts in general. As always, thank you so much for watching this review. I appreciate you. I appreciate your viewership. I'll catch you in the next one.